Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. HeirofCarthage here, and yes, we're going to try and finish the great tyrannical campaign of the Chaos Dwarves, and the disciples of Hashut are ready to strike against Clan Moors, and we're going to be fighting a battle at Dingo Krakaz, which I believe was waiting on us as we came back. Now, I could siege them. There's really no point. There's not a settlement here, so I can just attack them now and take them out. We'll need to target these mutant rat ogres, and we'll definitely want to get rid of the poison wind mortars as well. So those are some pretty high value targets. And then of course, yeah, rattling guns as well. So they're definitely some dangerous targets here, and we're going to have to knock them out. Alright, I've got the battle started. I'm just putting my ranged units on defensive stance. And I'm going to go ahead and pop a shot at the Skaven here. They're standing off at range and believe that they're not going to have to attack. But they are, because I outranged them. So they can kind of believe whatever they want, I guess, at this point. It's of little concern to me. I'm going to actually move up and position myself against this flank, which will keep me safe, and I'll move into range. I've got my army abilities cooling off at the moment. I would definitely love to approach and get some good old face melting going with Final Transmutation, but if I do that, it's going to put me at pretty severe risk here because there's Warplock Jezzails, there's Rattling Guns. It is a dangerous proposition. Here comes our first summon, and that is after my artillery. It's an appropriate target, but that's not going to happen. Not to any significant extent, at least. Not surprised that we're seeing the summons. I'm going to go ahead and insert and fire manually here and try and lay waste to one of the storm vermin that's up front. It may be a clan rat. I can't tell quite what it is from here. I think it's a clan rat. Maybe a vermin. Yeah, it's a vermin. Alright, and we just put a devastating hit into him. So I'm going to put a few more of those out there and make the Skaven reconsider this camping strategy, though I am going to have to check back here in a moment and just make sure that they don't have another summon on top of me somewhere else, killing off one of my plasma cannons or something. Yeah, this manual targeting is very, very dangerous from the Hell Cannons, because you can put just devastating shots on target, which is exactly what we've done there. There was another summon. It was into my blunderbuss. Let's knock them out of commission real quick. They're causing a little bit of damage to my blunderbuss. I don't know how many summons the Skaven are going to have. Sometimes they come with just a couple. Sometimes they have quite a few. Alright, my cannon has targeted a low value unit for some reason. Alright, we've got the Skaven attention. Their artillery is going to be of concern to me, but I'm actually going to target those Warplock Jezzails first. And I'm actually going to kind of take a risk here. I'm going to summon this unit of Fireborn and see if we can crush that Warp Lightning Cannon before it really does anything, and that should give me some advantage. I'm going to actually double target the Jezzails. We got to get on top of those mortars as well. So this ends up being really good for me here. We took a big chunk out of the cannons. In fact, they are down. So the cannons are out for the count. Warplock Jezzails, and okay, the mortars have stopped to fire at me, so I'm going to give them some bombardment treatment. And they're not a particularly amazing bombardment because those are kind of a loosely spaced unit. But I'm gonna go ahead and feed it to him there. Oh, the charge has already taken place. I actually need to get my gunners behind the line, so the Skaven basically just bull rushed me here. Let's get out of there. And let's countercharge some of these Skaven infantry units here. So we're gonna countercharge. There we go. Alright, so we've got the counter charges up. Let's get a Final Transmutation and hit. There's a lot of single entities over on that flank. I'm going to start doing some debuffing. I've got some bombardments here as well. I don't know how my Bull Centaurs ended up way out in front of my line there. I'm actually going to fall back there. And I'm not... That's also a little bit frustrating seeing cannon, or that wheel just goes straight through my line. I don't have a unit to use that on, actually, at the moment. Alright, we gotta put down some hurt here on the Skaven. They're finding a little more success than I would like. We got rid of the wheel doom there. We need to now back up a little bit and take out that Hell Pit Abomination. I'm gonna get in here and try and assist in this fight some with my Lord. Do a little bit of leadership buff there. And then let's target the Thing. And now I can drop another final transmutation. I'm gonna do that over here. There's multiple single entity targets. So Thing's gonna go down. This is a tougher than expected Skaven army here. But we are going to deal with them. They will not survive. They've still got Poison Wind Mortars back there. Let's see if we can give them some unwanted attention. And let's see. I guess my artillery have no line of sight. That kind of sucks. Okay, can you all please hit that? Excellent. Alright. Their leader's still up over here. He's a Master Assassin. Not super concerned about him at the moment. I'd love to hit that blob, but I don't want to hit my own guys there. Let's just drop some armor off of those Skaven over there. There we go. We've pretty much got these guys in full retreat now. So, a fairly solid Skaven army, but we are going to go ahead and score a victory here. I'm going to chase down some of these valuable units. We did manage to take out that artillery. Their assassin's going to run away from me. Like, we're not going to be able to catch him. At least I don't think so. I think I can put some hurt on these storm vermin, though. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. They're in a settlement, so we've got them. Let's go ahead and end the battle. Not a perfectly executed battle on my part. I think one thing I should have done differently here is that I should have put my artillery... Well, the artillery was... 2 of them were behind the line. The other one should have been as well. And then my blunderbuss should have just stayed behind the line after their very first shot, but I was out of position with the camera. And the reason for that is when you're going up against a bunch of these single entities, you're better off just putting the blunderbuss behind the line, because they'll be able to shoot anyway. And then you can mow down those single entities quickly and efficiently, and then that will basically bust the morale of their army a whole lot quicker. But in any case, we got rid of them. We're probably going to end up with Skaven Plague here, which is annoying enough. So just getting occupied. Yeah, I mean we've got Skaven Plague. Great. 5 freaking turns of not being able to replenish. I truly and honestly hate fighting Skaven. Like, it is just irritating. Absolutely irritating on every front. Alright. I mean, 5 turns is... 2 turns is annoying, right? 2 turns is annoying and effective. 5 turns is just obnoxious. So, like, that kind of thing needs to just be changed in the settings. I mean, 5 turns of Plague is utterly obnoxious. I mean, what other factions get the ability to basically ruin another faction's army for 5 turns straight? Like, that's obscene and needs to be changed. Now, it may just come from the fact that I tremendously hate fighting against Skaven in campaign. They are annoying. They are really annoying. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and continue to dish out some of these skill points here. And try and not think about how bad the Skaven irritate me. And let's see. I guess the reason why this Skaven stuff irritates me is because it feels like you get a flow going in the game, and then the Skaven Plague just ruins the flow of the campaign. Like, you just can't keep things moving on the pace that it should be. Apparently we got a hero here that belongs in this army. And I need to take out one of these Wolf Riders, kind of a trash unit anyway. And we will place this hero into the army. Satin, Karak 8 Peaks is probably going to get bushwhacked here. There's Skaven nearby. We could try and increase the defenses here by building this with labor, but I mean, it's probably not going to be an amazing boost to the defense. I'll start building it. That's likely to bring the AI in to attack me, and that's fine. Like I said, I'm not particularly worried about that at the moment. So we'll fight them, and we will win. Looks like I am still replenishing with Astragoth, and it's going to take at least another turn. We got Skaven Plague down here on this settlement for 5 turns. Because again, everything has to be riddled with Skaven Plague in the direction that I need to move. It's very convenient timing. Alright. What's going on with this army? So this army got in behind me. I was obviously hoping to hit Krakatan up there. I need to end a turn, I think. I have this army that can't really do a whole lot more up here in the north. There's just no one I'm at war with over here. I'm actually going to start maybe shifting this army. We're still getting a lot of vampire corruption in these provinces, which is a little bit irritating. But it's not the end of the world. I'm going to shift down closer to Castle Drakenhof. And at Waldenhof, let's get some defenses started. Material. Cash. We want all of the things. All of the things. Alright, what other Garrison Lord here? So we got a Garrison Lord here. A lot of people might be saying, Air, why don't you put more units in the army? I don't have access to more units at the moment. I do have armaments right now, and I can probably go over to the Hellforge and try and get some more set up. And I'm going to be looking for probably like my most affordable inroads here. That one's probably still one more. We haven't used any Baal Taurus yet. We'll increase those. So that'll give me a couple more units, and we're making really good armament income at the moment. Building upgrades. Mordheim. Well, those are going to be defensible. I would definitely like to get as much armament income as possible. We can go ahead and just build up defenses here. Spend some money. We've got allies holding Beckhofen, so we'll be in pretty good shape. This one right here, I think, boost raw material output, so let's do that. And I think this one does it again. So, assign skill points. I thought I had handled all the skill points. Nope, we're missing one here on our Bull Centaur Tarek, who came back. We'll finish up Scarred Veteran. And let's see, after Scarred Veteran, probably Devastating Charge. Outpost available, not interested. Okay, we'll end our turn. So that means we're 4 settlements away from victory, and I would like to accomplish that on this episode. I don't think there's any reason to try and drag it out any longer than that. I mean, we've pretty much accomplished it at this point. Just arbitrary Skaven's plague stopping us at this point. He's going to be begging for peace. Lad's like, hey, remember that war I started with you? I mean, I didn't really mean that. I said war, you know, kind of just meant barbecue, like get together, be friends. No, there will be no peace. No peace for the von Karsteins. Only death, which they should be quite familiar with since they are the undead. I will make them re-dead and no longer animated. I think that would be the appropriate state for the vampires to be left in. I need you guys to start giving me feedback on what kind of campaigns you want to see next. So what do you think would be fun campaigns, whether it's just something I haven't done, something that's themed. I would be very curious to hear what you all have in mind in terms of campaigns. So please do let me know. Crooked Fang Fort now has plague. Awesome. Just keep spreading that lovely Skaven plague everywhere. It is beautiful. We have an Undercity at Black Crag as well. Shut up and take my money, Skaven. Alright. We got some more armaments. Destroyed the Undercity. Alright, let's get down to business. Enough Skaven slowing us down. I might actually just enter an ambush and sit right here, because then we'll replenish, and I'll see if I can lure in that army. There's 2 armies here. One includes Wurzag. We'll see if we can lure them forward. Wurzag's got a 3rd army over here, so as if we have not beaten the Greenskins down sufficiently, they're acting as if we haven't still. Probably a whole bunch more Skaven at Spike Peak. I can't really escape back through Valea's Sorrow. Crooked Fang Fort is going to be better suited to defend than Dingo Crack is, so I'm just gonna move over here. Skaven Plague is absolutely infuriating. I mean, it would be nice, like, maybe you could pay to, like, reduce the number of turns, or, like, something, I don't know, like, anything would be nice other than just having to sit around for 5 turns with your army being totally useless because of the stupid Skaven Plague. Let's see, anything else that we wish to do here? Take care of these skill points. Cargo capacity is always good. And other skill points. Skill points. For veteran, we got restock. Hard to hit's probably a good one to go to next. Got more skill points here. We finished up this top tier casting. We got careful casting. So this caster is in good shape. It looks like we were working on some improvements to their melee potentially here, which is fine as well. Let's go ahead and do that. No more skill points at the moment, so let's see where we can get something done. So those 2 armies are pretty much out for the count at the moment. I'm going to go underground and see if I can move up closer to my territory here. Move across and try and get down and assist with that army. And then we've got a siege of Vlad going on here. They are losing soldiers due to attrition, which we can now just knock off Word Bad. And then we can quit wasting time over here. I would imagine the Empire's likely to declare war on me at near any moment. That should put us at 3 settlements to victory. So if I could take a look, yep, we are now 3 settlements away. So, and we did pick up some skill points there. And let's see. We haven't done the fire magic for this one yet, but we also could do the top tier infantry upgrades where they get bonuses for being over tier 7, which I think would be appropriate. Garrison Lord, we're going to ignore that one. I did have this garrison army that can move, and the ogres are in my way over here. Cathay is now coming back at me. I'm going to tear down Karakraketon here. And I'll just occupy it as an outpost here. Okay. This because I can. Let's go ahead and upgrade. This army needs a couple more units. Let's see. Sufficient casualty replenishment rate for the Lord's army. And we got one more here. Finish up final transmutation. So that is 2 settlements to victory. Cathay's trying to turn me around here, but I'm not playing that game. So I'm just going to ignore them and bounce over here to Dreadrock and knock out Dreadrock. I don't really care if they retake Scrap Tower. I mean, Cathay's not going to get any significant pushback against me going before I obtain victory over them, so I'm somewhat unconcerned with their efforts. I need some... Accept. Okay, there we go. And think those are my only 3 armies that are going to be able to strike this turn. So let's go ahead and end our turn once again. Repair some of the damage at Wort Bad. Build the winery there. We'll have some good tyrannical wine tastings. I'm going to put in some income, and then I'm actually going to go back over to the Forge. And once again, I'm going to just come in here and get a hold of some unit recruitment as best I can with the cash we have on hand in armaments. So that is going to allow me to start recruiting better units into some of this. Like here, I can go ahead and start getting a Render, a Bale Taurus, several units of infantry, Blunderbuss. We can pick up a Fireborn, we can pick up a Dreadquake Mortar. So see, I can start training troops into this army so that just in case we end up needing them, we shall have them. And we've got a convoy dispatch available. None of my convoys are going to matter all that much at this point because we're fairly late into all this. I'm just going to send them on quick missions just to continue to build them up. We have another one available. Returning to capital, returning to capital. Headmaster. Dispatch. Okay, alright. Let's end another turn and hopefully be on our way to victory. Cathay is going to strike back here at Scrap Towers, like I said. Very little concern to me what they do at Scrap Towers at the moment. That is not the strategic victory they need. Unless Cathay has a plan to wipe out a couple of my armies and start pushing into my territory on a blitzkrieg, then they are not going to be able to stop what's coming. And even if they did that, I'm not sure that would prevent me from expanding elsewhere. So Cathay has failed to grasp what was necessary to keep me from achieving victory, and it's going to cost them. It's going to cost them big time. Alright, so let's see what is left here. We did not pick up any greenskin armies, unfortunately, which means they didn't fall for my ambush. Man, someone else got plague, for goodness sakes. Oh, they already had plague, are you kidding me? Oh, now it reset to 5 turns again. Freaking crap. This is unreal. I'm getting surrounded by Wurzag's forces here, too. So I'm going to have to push up and start moving towards them to put some pressure in their direction, draw their attention, keep them away from that other army. So Zatem will move up and do that. Bitterstone Mine has Skaven Plague, and I just really don't want any of that right now. I kind of just continue there for this turn because there's no reason for me to move into too much danger with that army. So this will get us down 1 settlement away from ultimate victory. Occupy that tower. And we have another port. So let's get some buildings going here. Awesome. Yeah, so things are looking good here. Things are looking good, folks. Drasweth is in a really good position to potentially finish this thing up himself. Is there another Cathay settlement up here? There is not, but I could just attack the Great Hall of Greasus and kill some ogres for the win. Because I am quite literally 1 settlement off of the victory condition here. So we could sneak strike the ogres for the win. That would be pretty funny. Because I don't think I have anybody else in a position to pull off like a quick victory. We could knock out these Empire forces at Kemperbad. Krugenheim. Definitely don't want that war going right now. Push back here. And there's just no easy settlements to grab at the moment. That army there. I think we've captured Valeas Sorrow before, so I don't think that one would count, even if I did go hit it now. I think that I'm just gonna hit the ogres here. Well, I can't actually. We don't have quite enough movement points to hit them either, so we don't want to declare that war. Is Cathay coming up here like to counterattack me? Because I'd like to see that. That's pretty entertaining. It's kind of cute that they think they can pull that off. But there we go. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna end up just ending a turn here because I don't quite have the movement or the positioning. I mean, we could grab Flensburg here and get a win against the Empire. It might be more entertaining, though, if we went up against a bigger group of their armies, just for fun. Can we reach? We can reach Kemperbad. We could pull their forces out onto open ground. It's Boris Todbringer. I don't know what we're up against there. Let's take a look at my army. Is this army capable? Yeah, I mean, we should be able to get the job done. We got long range. We've got some stopping power here on infantry. We've got the bull renderers for protection, a little bit of terror on the flanks there. So I mean, we should be able to hold our own there. 10% finish scarred veteran. So let's go finish it with the big battle with the Empire. That'll be a good way to finish the campaign, I think. That'll be a good way to finish it off. We'll declare war on Karl, and I will come over here and we'll put the smackdown on his troops and end it there. It says that we're gonna win, but with extreme casualties. That may be true. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really much matter because if I win, then it's over anyway. So they do have a Luminarch, which we will want to get rid of. They got 2 steam tanks that we'll want to get rid of for sure as well. And a war wagon with mortars. So we'll keep an eye on those units, and I will see you all on the final battlefield. It is underway. I'm gonna use my hell cannons to get things started, going after their great cannon. I'm gonna take a manual shot here too. I don't know why it wouldn't let me control that shot. But a shot anyway. Come on, give me a shot. Alright, here we go. Let's take a ride. Looks like the great cannon has taken a pretty brutal hit. I'm gonna bring this one right into that great sword unit, and they can try and move if they want, but they're going to get hit. Awesome. Alright, let's give him another. See the Demigriff Knights over there too. That is the Regiment of Renown. So that is going to be a significantly potent unit. That Luminarch is a bit of a concern too. It can cause some pretty extreme damage when it gets into the right position. Their great cannon should be pretty much gone. These guys want to sit back at range from me, which I don't think is very smart. I've certainly got them majorly outgunned from range. And my hell cannon will cause pretty extreme damage. I'm gonna need to change targets on my other hell cannon. Let's go right here, this great sword. Alright, let's get the other hell cannon lined up on a new target. Target handgunners, I'll target over here. So we got some really nice shots. The AI is going to start reforming because the reinforcements are on the way in. I'm just going to let the artillery rip here. We're going to cause some good old-fashioned damage. I'm going to start sending... I don't really have that great of magic, so I'm just going to start sending fireballs over at the Luminarch. Have limited range here, so I can't overcast the fireball. This I haven't gotten this character focused in on magic yet. But I'll try and send a couple with the Luminarch. The Luminarch might be in range to send one back at me too, so I'll have to be careful. There it goes, Fireball's on its way, so let's pop outside a range on that Luminarch. Ooh, it dropped short. That was not a hit. Substantial number of enemy forces arrayed against us here. I don't know how effective my Hell Cannons would be against the Luminarch. I don't think they would be particularly effective. But I don't know, I could be wrong. There's a stationary target. Let's put a couple over there and see what we can do, because I definitely don't want that Luminarch around during the battle. Alright, we did some major damage there. What else they got coming up? Handguns, great swords. Ooh. That was a big hit. We just scored right there. Missed on that one. I might see if we can score another couple hits. That one we got on the Luminarch was a really nice one. Let's start dropping shots elsewhere. Alright, great swords. What do we got? I think they've got some artillery moving up. Nope, just crossbows. Okay. The Empire is now marching our direction. They've got a pretty significant force on their hands, so we're going to want to soften it up. They've got a lot of knights that we're going to want to be aware of. Whoa, what is hitting me there? Oh, is that the war wagon? Yeah, it's, well, no, a steam tank maybe, or the war wagons, one of the two. I'm going to keep spreading out a lot of pain across their infantry. They've got a fair number of guns, as do I. Whew, yeah, they're putting some shots on me. That doesn't feel good. Alright, Boris came screaming straight towards our lines, and I don't see this ending well for him. Yeah, he's getting absolutely hammered, so Boris is going to go down near immediately, and then those grenade launchers should go down as well. Yep, grenade launchers out. Alright, what's coming up my flanks? We got to watch the flanks here. I got knights moving in on me. I don't want those grenade launchers on me. Ow! Pieces of crap. Turn out there. We gotta get back. I got a unit out ahead of me here. Let's keep putting shots out here. Hell cannons just fire away. Okay, my guns are doing their thing. I've got 2 units of Empire Knights headed towards me here. I'm gonna come give a little support in this fight. Okay, what do we got going on over here? Let's get rid of those grenade launchers. I've got a unit of great swords headed towards me that I'm not thrilled about. But we are taking a chunk out of them. Countercharge. We got a dangerous situation coming up over here. I'm gonna need some support, so I'm gonna summon a Kadai Fireborn. And that will distract the Demigryph Knights, hopefully long enough to buy me some victory here. Okay, they've got a lot of pretty ferocious missiles. We are in a fight over here. Let's get our... Those steam tanks in the pack are actually going to be a little bit of a problem. Got a leader right down here. Where's my other flyer? And let's see if my archers... My archers are really too short range for what I need here. I'm gonna try and get some shots going here. Alright, yep, we are getting some work done on this flank. I'm gonna target some enemy skirmishers if I can get them to stand still. I don't think they're going to want to cooperate. Alright, my leader drove their units out, so let's get back over here towards the fight. Got some great swords working their way around my flank. Let's go attack them. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna keep firing away at these Empire troops. We've caused some pretty significant damage. I'm out of ammunition on one hell cannon. And we won the cavalry fight over here, which means we've essentially obtained victory, so at least it was a good fight here for the last fight. It was definitely not one where the enemy was completely incompetent. The Empire had a pretty significant force here. Okay, I'm gonna bring up my guns because they will be the best way to deal with these tanks. Start chasing enemy units down over here. So there we go. So a pretty tough fight. I appreciate a good fight. I'm gonna actually pull back here and just shoot these tanks to death. And yeah, I've got my guns moving into range. Just back off here. And we'll just start shooting the enemy tanks to death. I'm actually going to bring this unit back so that it doesn't get KO'd. Awesome. Alright, there we go. Chasing off enemy units. Ooh yeah, getting really nice damage there. I'm going to take these two units and target the far tank, and then these two target the close tank. And I've got my Castellan too, who can come provide some support fire. Alright, so I've got my Infernal Guard in range of the steam tanks. Their armor piercing will do very nicely against the tank. That tank's getting some good damage done against my lord there too. I'm not shocked. Their gun up front is pretty good against large targets if they're sitting still, and it can hit them. And of course, in this case, I am sitting still. But they are going down. So, Luminarchs, tanks, it all dies. So a solid victory. I'm going to take the replenishment. And then we just need to take the settlement, which is well within our capability. We're going to lose an Infernal Guard Fireglade, which is kind of BS, but it doesn't really much matter, and it doesn't really matter what we occupy it as. That, folks, is a long victory. There we go. Long victory complete. So the campaign is successful, and we did it by destroying a large force of Empire troops there at the end. We would have been drawn into a war with them sooner or later. So there we go, long victory complete. Hope y'all enjoyed this tyrannical reign of fire and pain from the Chaos Dwarves. I have to admit, I didn't expect to not enjoy the Chaos Dwarves, but I enjoyed this more than I thought I would, because it ended up being gun heavy, and that kind of gameplay is just fun for me, and I enjoyed like the Empire Guns campaign and stuff like that. So I think this one just ended up being a whole lot more the same. So hope you all enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage, signing out for now. I'll see you next time on the next campaign in Total War Warhammer 3.